Hi there, Valkyries, glad you come here. I'm Giockbul and this is Story of Valkyrie and we are starting. Odin and his brother decided to join their powers to destroy Ymir and shape the world. Under the Yggdrasil tree, in different realms lived gods and humans, specifically in Midgard, Asgard and Niflheim. But then the world was disrupted by the Valkyrie whom Odin battled, and this world was destined for the end of days, Ragnarok. Then Odin decided to create Valkyries. And our Valkyrie immediately sets off to fight monsters to understand how to battle, encounters Berserker, whom she successfully defeats. Then she goes to Valhalla, where she is greeted by Odin himself. He tells us that he was injured in the battle with the wolf and now he can do little due to a lack of strength. Therefore he decided to create a Valkyrie and to use her as a tool for his purposes, namely to purify souls in Midgard and subject them to his will. We journey to Midgard's Belgian territory to find a soul that can be purified. We head to a castle where we meet our soul, which had transformed into Naglfar. We punish him for his audacity, and before us appears the soul of a deceased person. He introduces himself as Eygon. His soul attracted the undead distorted his soul and turned him into a monster. After talking with him, he disappears and it's time for us to return to Odin. Purified souls make Odin stronger and help him recover faster. We tell him that we have purified one soul, Naglfar, and that means we can turn him into our companion who will journey with us. These souls are inferior. These are people who had strength in their mortal bodies, but now they have died, leaving only their souls, and now we need to make him serve us. We head to Midgard to subdue this soul, but first we need to find several relics. The first such relic is the Torn Flag. The second relic is the Knight Commander's Sigil. We find the third relic, the Princess's Necklace. After pursuing Eygon, we finally find him, but suddenly we find ourselves in a prison for a knight's soul. We reach Eygon and he immediately tells us he won't become our warrior. But Valkyrie is eloquent, so we tell him the world is in danger and he can help us save it. He agrees to serve us as a loyal companion. Then another Valkyrie appears, wanting Odin's death. After our victory, Valkyrie flies away and introduces herself as Hilde. She promises our paths will cross again. Valkyrie returns to Odin and tells him about encountering another Valkyrie who could pose a problem. We head back to Midgard, specifically to Giockbul. On our way we encounter a tree containing souls, but there are stagnated souls. Our task now is to purify the trees in this town. Maria, our Valkyrie, and Eygon encounter a peculiar young man on their journey. A traveler named Armand. He frequents dangerous places because he is searching for something important. He tells us he knows where there are more trees that need purifying. Another Naglfar stands in our way. We defeat him and another soul appears that should serve us. His name is Cypher. We offer him to become our warrior of the gods, but alas, he is not interested and disappears. We purify another tree and Odin's power grows with each purification. Maria has a strange memory in her mind. A certain boy doesn't understand what happened and can't simply walk. He has also forgotten something very important. Now we need to collect relics for Cypher, a former slave trader. The first will be slave Rex. The second relic is the Earrings of Fellowship. We find the third and final relic, the Plague Cure. Then we enter a room entirely made of ice, a prison for a merchant soul. How simple things are for Valkyries. Maria finds him and tells him that the world faces destruction. Serve me and we can save it. Eygon explains to him that he'll lose everything he loved and knew, just like Eygon lost his homeland and loved ones. The boy Cypher changes his mind and wants to serve us to save the world. We return to Odin and report to him about what's happening. Now he assigns us to gather for artifacts: Gungnir, Levahen, Draupnir, Yalarhon. We head to Midgard to collect these artifacts. And again we face another Valkyrie, Hilde, who stands in our way. After another victory she flees from the battlefield. And now Maria reflects on Hilde's words, who said that we are Odin's next sacrifice. Well, we continue on our journey to find artifacts for Odin. On the way Charybdis appears, which needs to be purified. After the victory our artifact is revealed, the one we came for, Gungnir. We pay our respects to Odin and cheerfully inform him that we have found one of the artifacts. He consistently emphasizes that we can't fail and we must carry out his tasks. We head to Midgard, specifically to Locardan territory. Maria senses another soul that will turn into Naglfar. We swiftly start gathering the relics: bloodstained arrow, royal armor, a beautiful beautiful white dress, a lovely flower. So we have gathered them and we encounter Armand again, how brave he is to roam these lands seeking adventures. And there are also girls seeking adventures, like this girl who will be ours. She fights a lion but clearly loses. We quickly kill the lion cap, which is actually Naglfar, and we earn the respect of this woman. This beautiful woman is named Kristoffer, by the way. We tell her the harsh truth that her kingdom no longer exists, and she immediately accepts our offer to serve as a warrior. We also meet Armand on our journey again, wandering in these dangerous lands, gathering supplies once more. Fearless guy. And he'll keep searching for what he needs until he finds it, and then the guy just wants to take a break, go far away and relax. Again visions arise in Maria, this time again searching for someone and asks to show him the right path. But that's where it all ends. And again she starts thinking about people, and she can save this world and protect those in need. But there's no time to lose, so let's continue. Maria finds a place that needs to be purified and obtains another artifact. We return to Asgard and our companions ask to speak with Odin so they can train with us. We pay our respects to Odin and he sends us to Romilly for the third artifact. We head to a beautiful forest to find another artifact. On our journey we encounter Taika, a beautiful dryad from this forest. She wants us to help her out of a difficult situation as monsters have taken over the forest. We collect Taika's relic, the Keystone. We purify Spirit Bloom in this forest while collecting Taika's relics. The second relic on our path, the pretty little stone. Another relic, the Scarlet Cloak. And now the forest changes, everything ignites, and we know Taika will be pursued to make her theirs. And now, before us stands a magnificent creation named Naglfar Taika. It holds all her sins and needs to be destroyed. And now she agrees to serve us, how kind she is. Our first goal is to find an artifact that is in this place. Unfortunately, it is in the hands of our enemy Hilde. And finally, the main boss appears, Fenrir, the one she serves. She sows seeds of doubt in Maria, and hints to her how Odin plans to save this world. Hilde and Fenrir withdraw again. Monsters are sent after us to make us waste time. One of Odin's duplicates comes to our aid, dealing with all the monsters. After all, we are just a weak Valkyrie unable to handle them. When we return to Asgard, our companions start sharing their thoughts about Maria, that she was just a puppet without any emotions, but now she is changing and becoming a bit more human. We return to a displeased Odin and he tells us that gods are classified according to their strange. Fenrir, a second-class Aesir, is almost as powerful as Odin himself. Time doesn't wait and we head for the next artifact for Odin. And here we meet Armand again, surprisingly alive. He is still searching for something he hasn't found yet. Memories resurface in the Valkyrie's mind, apparently belonging to Armand. Probably he is searching for someone, but he can't even remember what they look like. We search for 4 artifacts and Hilde appears in our way again, the final battle to the death. After defeating Hilde, she reveals that Odin collects these souls, and what about us? It became clear that Maria is just a tool in Odin's hands. And she flies back to her Fenrir. Maria's growing distrust of Odin intensifies as it's becoming clear that he is hiding something from her. Well, here is angry Odin who lost 2 artifacts and now they are with our enemy Fenrir. He starts telling us how dare we fail the tasks as the fate of the world is at stake. He grants us the power to defeat Fenrir, a power that will bind her and keep her from escaping. He tasks us to join his avatars and capture Fenrir. We head to an area called Walua Wetlands, where Fenrir resides and we need to capture her. A rift opens created by Fenrir. It throws us into another place where we face Berserker and another one. After defeating him, Fenrir crawls out. She tells us that Valkyries were once ordinary people just like our companions, and he uses people to create her sowans to devour more souls. And this massive wolf disappears. Well, we head back to Asgard. Maria's doubts keep growing. At least our servants will stay with us till the end, regardless of our choice. Once again we apologize to this deity while on our knees. It is getting tiresome. It's time to kill Fenrir, but first we need to find her. We attempt to capture Fenrir, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Watermin Dog, and she is trying to kill Hilde too, because she really lied to Fenrir. Fenrir turned Hilde into a puppet meant to destroy Maria. She clearly knows something, specifically what needs to be destroyed, Odin and Fenrir. Well, Fenrir wants to have have another go at us, so let her try. Before her death, Fenrir tells us the truth about Odin, that he wants to destroy this world and start anew. The only way to prevent this is to destroy Odin. But here's the problem: if we kill Odin, someone needs to rule this world, and Fenrir is the only option. Now, she transforms into yet another form with the help of artifacts. Well, fight her, and I would like to ask you this. In this game there are 4 endings, and we are approaching one of them. So here is the question: I believe that the truly right ending is the one that happening on the first playthrough. Your choice action that led precisely to that ending, not some supposed true ending that ended well. What do you think about this? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and we continue. Well, Fenrir is defeated, and here comes the all-powerful Odin from the heavens. He really does want to destroy the world to rebirth it. Ragnarok has come and destroyed everything, including the souls of our companions. And Maria starts fading from this world, but Odin needs her and he brings her back. The world is saved. The person Armand was looking for is dead and he wants to give up. Mentioning the girl named Nora. She encountered monsters and got killed, or that's what Armand thought. However, Maria dives back into memories that are actually connected to Armand. We realize that Odin killed Nora and turned her into the Valkyrie Maria, and then it's clear he was searching for her all this time. Maria and Nora chooses to stay with Armand and they simply run away. In the next ending we have to battle our companions, ultimately defeating Odin. Well, Fenrir, as it was clear, was just a villain who wanted to destroy Odin, but the world will be destroyed regardless, and Ragnarok is inevitable. All souls survive and the Valkyrie takes flight and disappears into the sunset. The first ending starts with us saving Hilde from the little dragons. Hilde also has a sad story involving Odin, specifically how he took her parents away. The number of souls kept increasing endlessly, and Odin was insatiable. Another mention of Armand and the flower field. We kill Fenrir to not hinder us, as she is of no use anyway. We tell Odin the whole truth, that he is the bad guy and should have saved the world through normal means, not playing with souls, but alas, he gets angry. His only concern is his throne, not what will happen to the world. Here is his true form, Ragnarok Odin, we swiftly punish the useless deity. Odin fades away, his spirit seems to flow out of him. Our group of supporting spirits also departs along with Odin. Nora returns to Armand, who awaits her in the flowery field. These are the various endings. This was Giockbul. We'll talk again in new storylines.